Welcome everyone. Thought I'd take the time to stop in here and put together a video for you. Finally broke down and got me a new camcorder. So I probably won't be doing too many slideshows like I was doing on YouTube. Quite annoying, I'm sure. It was for me at least. Want to kind of make this video pretty brief. Want to go over a few things. First I'll go over the camcorder. Brand new one, JVC Everio GZMS 250. Awesome little camera so far. I'm pretty happy with it.
I love Mondays.
But I'll go over the mill here quickly. As you can see, I got a piece of material here on the mill. This is going to be the mounting plate for the controller, for the CNC controller. It's the Geico G540 controller, and as you can see, I got 8 holes cut in and drilled in it here. I got dual fans. It's going to be running on the back side of the controller. I got one pass so far with the end mill on here. This is going to be cut out and it'll recess down into here. It'll mount to it. There'll be standoffs on the back side of it. These are called standoffs. 1/2-inch hex. I could have went with smaller hex, but I have plenty of 1/2-inch, so I figured I'll just use it. I haven't cut the length yet. I got a couple 1-foot pieces, so I'm just gonna custom cut it to length. And I'll go over a little bit. As you can see here, I got conduit running up. All my wiring is going to run through this conduit, so I won't have no resistance. And this will be for the A axis, this one here. Stepper motors, wire will run through here. I haven't got the other pipes put on here yet, but this will be all enclosed when it's all finished. The stepper motors will run through the lower one, and the home switch wiring will run through the top one. And you can see up here there's tubes that will go from over here to over here. This is going to be my control panel. The enclosure for all my electronics. And it's just a simple setup. It's just 1/2-inch plywood cut and screwed together. The sheet metal is the standard duct sheet metal that you would use for your heating and air conditioning, for heating or air return. Then I attached it with liquid nails, clamped it in place, let it dry for like about 24 hours per piece. Took about a week just to get that box made. As you can see here, here's the inlet holes for where my tubing will run through. I got one fan up here for exhaust. This box will be enclosed when it's done. Here's the fans that I've got. They're aluminum. Obviously the fan blade is plastic. They're LED, blue. They're pretty bright. Pretty wild looking. Should light up the box good enough. That's why I got them, so I can at least light up the box when the box is closed up, because it'll have the Lexon cover. And it'll be clear so I could see through it. Keep an eye on all my electronics and everything. But the G540 will mount up here with the standoffs, and it will come out the run in here. So the power supply will be mounted down below it. All my wiring will route through this hole, and I'll attach it underneath the power supply, which will actually have standoffs under it as well. And then I got fuse box, or terminal blocks that I'll mount here and mount everything to. The stepper motors, wiring, the home switch wiring won't require the terminal blocks. I'll run that direct. Just the power supply for the fans, and the power supply itself will run through the terminal blocks. And we'll go down here a little bit to show you what's going on. I got my wiring. I got it all from Hubbard CNC off YouTube. Real good people to do business with. Very quick shipping. They're out of Sacramento, California. I got this like 3 days, 4 days after I'd ordered it. The standard US mail. This is non-shielded. This is a stepper motor wire here. It's 22.4 gauge, non-shielded. And then we got the home switch wiring, also from Hubbard CNC. This is 18.2 shielded with the ground. Most likely won't need the ground, but if I do, I'll have it there for easy access to if I need to ground anything. As far as my connectors and everything, I've got all my connectors here. I'm going to do all the wiring myself, all the soldering. This is all the connectors, the shells. Let me open this up real quick, like. In this space here. The metallized shells. They're plastic, but they're just metallized where they look like metal. They're relatively cheap. I think they're like $2.20 each or something like that. I'm not sure. Now these were the cheaper ones. These were like 60 cents each. In this bag here, you can see I got the thumb screws for them put all in this one bag. It's not necessary, but I'm going to run thumb screws so it'd be easier to remove it from the controller if necessary. They do have these in metal, and if I'm correct, they were $2 and something. But I didn't want to go with metal because I'm being conductive, more conductive, and I want to try to not have to worry about that. And as you can see, here's the mill. And there's going to be many more videos on the mill and all my jobs that I'm going to be doing. I'll most likely be doing videos from here on out. I will still put together some still images for my website, but the majority of everything is going to be on videos from now on. That way I can kind of explain a little bit what's going on if you can understand what I'm trying to say at times. I'll make this video kind of quick. Just want to stop in and kind of briefly go over a few things here. And I also got heat shrink. And that will run off of this wire in here for the steppers. Once I get this wired to heat shrink, and this will mount up into here. And obviously we'll run back to the tube with the connectors on it. There'll be one home switch. For the X-axis will mount in the back here. The Y-axis will mount down in here, right out to the side here. Sorry about that. The Z-axis is going to mount right up in here. I've also got the material for that. It's going to mount with 2-inch wide by 1/4 inch. Be mounted to this, and then it's going to be slidable so I can actually move it to adjust it for the striker plate. And here's that hex I was telling you about a little while ago. I just buy it by the foot, and it's a lot cheaper that way, and I just cut it to size. No need of paying somebody to cut something for you that you gotta recut anyways, because I get all my material from Speedy Metals and everything. Majority of everything is plus 8 to 1/4 over, so you still have to cut it even if you order it to size. So you're better off just to order a foot length or 2 foot, whatever you need, and just cut it to whatever dimension is required. And I got the switches here for the for my fans. It's all 12-volt power supply too. Here's the switches. They're lighted as well, blue. And we'll mount down here. And right now I got one switch mounted here. I don't know if you can see it very well or not because it's lighting back here. I haven't got it all set right. That's just for my air compressor. I got that down in the basement. And off over here on the side, on this side of the control panel, there's going to be a CPU readout for the computer so I can control the fans in it and keep an eye on all the temperature on everything for it. Other than that, there's not too much more left to the electric. And all the wiring will run up above this piece here, and a monitor was set in there, obviously. I got wireless keyboards and wireless mouse, so I won't need to run no wires for that. That'll all sit down here. And here's the 12-volt power supplies for the fans. I got the fans, the power supplies, and the switches from FrozenCPU.com. I also got this fan from there too. We're going into about 11 minutes on this video, so I'm going to let this one close for now, and we're going to be doing many more videos, so stay tuned, folks.